let's see how much time we are taking in the cloud service. Okay, to create a storage account, that means I want to store these records, whatever the data which you're seeing on the screen, which is all the KSR data, right? You can see here, if I go here, all of this are my KSR data. Maybe I would have been used for teaching purpose, learning purpose, research purpose, project purpose, POC projects. It could be anything that I have got this data. Now, the objective of this application now is I want to put all of this data into cloud, because something happens to my laptop, everything is gone. Okay, now let's see how much time it requires to create a storage account and to upload this. Okay, now first I'll tell you how the way I teach. First I will do it without telling you anything. Okay, I'll just create an account and I'll explain everything, and then we will recreate one more time with the explanation. Okay, so that's how we will take forward now. So what I'll do is I'll go here, and I've told you clearly, going forward, the only one thing which you have to go and open is portal.azure.com. Right? This is the only site that you have to log in always. The one which I've explained couple of days back, the Microsoft main account, maybe that is used for research, reading purpose, services, what are the services they provide, and some virtual tour. All this we have seen. But to create your services, we have to get into this portal.azure.com. Okay, now I'll open this, and whichever the login which you have created, just log in with this. You'll be able to see this. You'll be able to see this. Maybe in the below you may not be able to see here. In the below you may not be able to see here, and that is because like you will be created. I mean, I have created multiple resources in the past, and that is why you can see that it is showing that as a recent resource. Okay, but in your case it may not be there. Okay, and if you see here, if you click this bell button, you can see that there is a subscription free trial which is a remaining of 16,700. I told you, right, when you create a free credit, you will be getting a credit of 16,700, and this will be the one which we have free credit. Okay, it's not for me, but for you it will show it. After you utilize the 16,700 maybe in a month, then you have to go with pay as you go. Pay as you go in the sense, whatever you use, for that you have to pay. So that is fine, something which we'll see later, but this is the amount that they have given. 16,700 credits they have given for you to use. So let's not use that now. I'll open a stopwatch. Okay, let's see it how much time it takes to create one service and one storage account. Okay, so what I need now, I need a storage account where I can go and store all of my KSR data. This is my KSR data. So all of this KSR data, I have to store it in one of the service. So let's see what service that we are going to create. Okay, so let's see how much time I'm going to take. As I said, first I'll be doing without telling you anything, without teaching anything. I'll just try to create on the fly, and the next time we will see how to create it. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started. Start. Storage account. Storage account. Create. Next, 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 next. What I've done is I've just filled the form. Okay, what I have done here, I will be explaining once again. But at this point of time, my main objective was to create one account. Okay, so this is my account. Let me create it. So initializing deployment means the request is going. Request is going to the server where the data center. Okay, whichever the region which I've selected, right, for that region, it is going as a request, and it is going to allocate some space for me. We have seen that server, right? In the server, they are going to assign some space for me, and the deployment is happening. I'll tell you what I have done, but at this point of time, just focus on what I'm telling you. We will be recreating this n number of times in our course, but today I just wanted to see how much time it takes to create a service and Let's see that. Okay. So the deployment is successful. So it took me 1 minute 44 seconds to create a service. Okay. Now I'll go to the resource. Go to the storage browser, go here and create one container. Container is like a folder. So I'll create KSR datasets. I'll create it. And in this KSR datasets, I will simply go and upload all my files. I'll upload all my files. It took me 1 minute 44 seconds and I've not taken all the data. I've taken only the selected data and you can see that the data is stored here. So tomorrow, if anyone wants to go and access, they can simply go to the URL, okay, and they'll be able to access my dataset. I'll repeat one more time. This is my storage account. I'll go to the storage browser and I'll go to the block container and you can see there is a KSR datasets and you can see all the data is available here. Tomorrow, something happens to my laptop, this entire data folder is gone. Nothing to worry. I can log into any system, any laptop, and I can go to this login and I can go to this particular containers and I can see that the data will be present. Maybe if I give access to particular people, for them also they can go and see the data. Maybe for Mahesh I can give access, for the founders I can give the access, for the directors I can give the access. They will be able to see this data when they log in from their credentials. At this point of time, I am the person who has logged in and I have created within 1 minute 44 seconds, my KSR data is present in the cloud. So if tomorrow, the next minute, if something happens to my laptop, crashed, okay, it's a blue screen, it falls from a table, it breaks down, glasses broke down. Even if anything happens, I can still go and get my data because my data has been stored in the cloud. Okay. Are you all with me? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you will be thinking, mm, okay, fine. The data that you have in your local laptops, now you put it in the cloud and you're saying that you log in even from a Bermuda Triangle, you can still log into this account and you can still access your data. Perfect. Wherever I have internet, wherever I have a simple laptop, I can go and log in. In fact, you can even go and log in your mobile also because it's a URL. It's a internet based. So you simply go to a mobile, simply go to internet, simply log into Azure portal, log in with your credentials, go to this container and you will see all of these files that is present. Tomorrow I may be there, I may not be there, but even after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you come back and you log in this, data will be present and that is a cloud for you. Okay, that is a cloud for you. You even come after years, you can still see the data will be present. Okay. Now, okay. But what is the cost? Because cost is one thing which we have to be very focused, right? So you're using this account, and you're storing all of this data, right? How much you have to pay? How much you have to pay? Let's do a simple calculation today. Okay. Let's do a simple calculation today. Listen carefully. This is my laptop. This is my laptop. My laptop has 222 GB of C drive, 462 GB of D drive, 468 GB of F drive. So totally, I can store up to 100 GB of data. 100 GB of data. I can store it in my one laptop. And my laptop, since it comes with a 1 terabyte, this is equal to 1 terabyte. Okay. 100,000 GB is equivalent to 1 terabyte and the laptop price that I have paid is 1.5 lakhs. This is the price of the laptop. This is the price of the laptop. So 1.5 lakhs I have spent to buy a laptop of 1000 GB. You can see 460 GB, 460 GB plus 200 GB. 200 plus 400 plus 400 is going to be 1000 GB. 1000 GB is equal to 1 terabyte. So 1 terabyte, to store the 1 terabyte of data, I am spending 1.5 lakhs. This is a laptop price. Are you with me? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This
Yes.
is on-prem. On-prem. Okay, on-prem in the sense it's a simple laptop. But if you're storing in the cloud, let's see what is the price. See, on-prem is this one. But even if you want to store it in your databases, okay, and on-prem databases, on-prem servers, they'll still charge more. Laptop itself, they're charging 1.5 lakhs for storing this 1000 GB means. For on-prem, maybe it's a database on-prem, they will charge more. So what I'm going to do, let's see what is the cloud. In cloud, let's see how much they are costing us. Okay, a simple calculation. So let's go here. Let's go here. Azure storage account pricing. I'll go here, open in a new tab. Listen carefully to my calculations. So this is, you can request a quotation. For example, if you want to buy some vehicle and all, you go and ask for some quotations, right? Like this, we can ask some quotation also. Okay, we can ask some quotation. So I can go and ask for quotation. Let's come for overview. You can see all of this. And I'm from India, so let me choose Indian rupees and let's calculate how much I have to pay now. Okay, now okay, so this is the one that I have to pay now. Okay, so let's see how much I have to pay now. Actually, there is something called hot, cool, cold, archive, and premium. I'll be explaining in the later part, but at this point of time, what I have is hot. What I have is hot. Okay, so let's take the hot, or maybe let's take the cool for now. So they're charging how much? Cloud is charging 80 paise per GB. Okay, how much they're charging? 80 paise per GB. Now 1 GB, 1 GB equal to, or if you feel like this calculation is very less, let's take this one. Okay, they're charging 1.5 rupees per GB. So 1.5 rupees per GB. Okay, now for 1 GB, for 1 GB, it's going to be 1.5 rupees. And let's see for 1000 GB, how much rupees?
1500. 1500.
1500, 1.5, sorry, 1.5 into 1000, 1500. That is 1500 rupees for storing uh this 1000 GB means how much? It's going to be 1 terabyte. Okay, 1 terabyte. They are 1500 rupees. They are charging for storing the data in cloud. Okay, now now it's fine, right? You know the calculation. So for 1000 GB of data which I want to store in the laptop, I'm spending 1.5 lakhs. To store the same 1000 GB of data in the cloud, they're charging 1500 rupees. Imagine tomorrow my data of KSR increases to 10 terabyte. 10 terabyte. Okay. So 10 terabyte means I have to buy 10 laptops. So it's going to be 1.5 lakhs into 10. How much? 15 lakhs. So 15 lakhs is required to store 10 terabyte of data in my personal laptop. Are you with me? Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tomorrow my KSR data is also 10 terabytes. So it's going to be 1500 into
10. 15,000.
1500 into 10,
15,000.
15,000. 15,000 for storing how much of data? 10 terabyte. Now tell me, which is expensive?
On-prem. On-prem.
On-prem.
So to store the 10 terabyte of data of your company's records, will you buy 10 laptops or will you spend 15,000?
15,000.
My house rent itself is 16,000. And for 15,000, I can store 10 terabyte of data. Okay. Now, is this calculation clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Santosh, is there a time limit for this? Like 15,000 per month, per year?
I'll
Or
tell you.
what is
I'll
it?
tell you.
Okay.
Somewhere I'm trying to confuse your calculations. Okay. If you have understood this, let me tell you one shocking news. Let me tell you one shocking news. This 1.5 rupees they're charging for GB is actually for 1 month.
Oh,
Okay. This 1000 GB, which is nothing but 1 terabytes, they are charging 15,000. This is for 1 month. For 1 month. Imagine I am storing this data in the cloud for 1 year. So for 1 year, it's going to be 15,000 rupees into 12. Okay. So 1 year, if I go and store this data, 1,500 into 12, it's 18,000. So for storing this data, 100 GB for 1 year, it is still 18,000 only for 1 year. But here I'm spending 1.5 lakhs. Imagine I'll keep this for 5 years. I'll keep the record safe for 5 years. Even if I'm taking 5 years, it's still 18,000 into 5. It is still 90,000 only. You'll still pay 90,000 even for 5 years. Okay. For this 1 terabyte, I'm still paying 90,000 only. But here it is 1.5 lakhs. Now, slowly you may be thinking, is it really required to go with cloud or I'll buy my own laptop? Anyone?
No, because
depends
cloud
on
is
data
secured than
center.
our personal laptops, right? So
No, but if you see, the number of years you keep on increasing, my payment is increasing, right?
No, if you maybe in future,
you're
if
not
you buy
sure
at a
with
time,
the
that
personal
there is
laptop will gone when it gone and all.
But sir, there is a maintenance also. We have to include the maintenance also for 5 years.
If I buy laptop, it's good, no? What maintenance I need?
Sir, laptop.
Sometimes instead of buying a laptop, we can also maintain it in a hard disk. That will be more cheaper.
Hard disk means it will just not work like that, right? I need to use a system to see the data. So that's why I'm preferring laptop. I
Then I
want to
can
do,
purchase a minimum basic laptop. Then I can connect my hard disk and I can see my data there.
yeah,
So
even
that
if
will
you
be
can do that, but hard disk also maximum, if you take 1 terabyte, it comes to 5,500, something like that. But you cannot use it like that, right? If you have a hard disk, if I ask you to go and delete some files, is it possible? You have to connect to some computer, no? So that basic laptop also will charge you some 40,000. Maybe my laptop charging 1.5 lakhs, but your laptop may charge 40,000, but including additionally, you have to buy some Yeah, both are same only. You buy a basic laptop and hard disk, and you buy a good laptop with a good hard disk. Both are same. So there's nothing to debate on it. But my question is, you keep for 5 years, you'll still have to pay 90,000. Instead of paying 90,000 for the Azure or any cloud for storing this 1 TB, I could have purchased my own laptop. No.
No,
You're
if
not
you
getting only storage,
see,
right?
if
You're
you
not
buy
Data
even getting.
security.
Oh,
if you keep
this
So
is
your
only
there,
for
our own
storage.
laptop,
there,
no, might it will be the damage, no.
This is only for
So
storage.
yeah,
there is a
You're also
risk.
get.
So there is a risk for hard disk can crash, and if a hard disk got crashed, so we will lose all the data. So that is the major issue.
I can use whenever I want it, and if I don't want it, I can just stop the subscription. Maybe that is where I could save money for 1 year, like for example.
Okay.